What would you do if the sun vanished tonight? Not for 1 hour, not for a power cut, but forever. No switches, no street lights, no phone glow, no tiny blue screen beside your bed. Just darkness, real darkness. The kind your eyes cannot defeat. The kind that turns a tree into a monster. The kind that makes every sound feel alive. Now imagine you are not safe inside a house. You are outside on ancient ground. The air is cold. The grass is moving. Something is breathing beyond the trees. You cannot see it, but it can see you. And this was not a nightmare for your ancestors. This was normal life. For almost all of human history, sunset was not the end of the day. It was the beginning of danger. Today, when night arrives, we push a button. Light fills the room. The walls glow. The ceiling glows. The street outside glows. We call this normal, but your body does not. Your body was built in a different world, a world where half of life happened in darkness, a world where the night was not empty, it was alive. And the first answer seems obvious. Ancient humans slept. That is what we imagine. The sun went down. They crawled into a cave. They slept until morning. Simple, clean, wrong. That is the false answer, because the deeper truth is stranger. Your ancestors did not just sleep through the night. They guarded fire. They told stories. They watched predators. They woke in the dark. They dreamed. They thought. They feared. They bonded. And in those black hours, the human mind became something new. To understand this, you have to remove everything modern. Remove the bulb. Remove the lamp. Remove the clock. Remove the bed. Remove the door lock. Remove the roof. Remove the idea that darkness is peaceful. Now stand barefoot in the ancient night. You are a small human. Your group is small too. Maybe 20 people, maybe 40. Around you is a world full of teeth. Lions, leopards, hyenas, wolves, snakes, cold, hunger. A bad step could end you. A weak fire could end your child. A careless walk into the dark could make you vanish. This is why fire changed everything. Not because it looked beautiful, not because it made people cozy, because fire drew a border. Inside the glow, humans could breathe. Outside the glow, the old world waited. Fire was not just a tool, it was a wall made of light. It told predators to stay back. It told children where safety ended. It told the tribe where the living space was. The circle around the flame became the first human room. No walls, no roof, just heat, smoke, ash, faces, and a warning to everything beyond. Before fire, night belonged to animals that hunted better than we did. Our eyes are poor in the dark. Our claws are nothing. Our teeth are weak. A leopard could move through blackness like water. A hyena could smell fear from far away. A wolf could hear a footstep before we knew it was there. Humans were not made to win the night alone. So we did something more powerful. We changed the rules. We carried the sun in our hands. At first, fire gave warmth. Then it gave cooked food. Then it gave protection. But the hidden gift was time. This is the deeper reveal. Fire did not only save the body, it stretched the day. Before fire, useful life shrank when the sun dropped. Work stopped, travel stopped, risk rose. The tribe went quiet. But with flame, humans gained extra hours. 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 4. That sounds small, but over thousands of generations, it was enormous. A few hours every night became a second life, a hidden life, a life after survival work. During the day, ancient humans had to be practical. Where is water? Where are tracks? Which berries are safe? Who is injured? Which child is missing? Where did the herd go? Daylight was for solving problems. Daylight was for food. Daylight was for movement. Daylight was for staying alive. But night around the fire was different. The body slowed. The eyes turned inward. The group came close. The faces were lit from below. The darkness pressed around them. And suddenly, the human brain had room to imagine. Someone spoke, not about roots, not about stone tools, not about the next hunt. They spoke about a dead grandfather. They spoke about a strange animal seen beyond the ridge. They spoke about a spirit in the sky. They spoke about why the moon changes shape. They spoke about the first fire. They spoke about a foolish hunter who ran too fast. Then everyone laughed. And that laughter mattered, because stories are not decoration. Stories are survival technology. A story can warn a child without killing them. A story can teach a hunter where danger hides. A story can explain who betrayed whom. A story can make strangers trust each other. A story can turn fear into memory. A story can make a tribe act like one body. This is why the campfire may have been the first theater, the first school, the first courtroom, the first temple, the first screen. Long before writing, the night carried information. Long before teachers, elders taught through fear and humor. Long before movies, shadows danced on cave walls. And long before nations, small groups sat together and imagined things bigger than themselves. This was not wasted time. This was where culture sharpened. This was where myths formed. This was where children learned what kind of people they belonged to. But there is another false answer. We think ancient humans went to sleep once. One long sleep. Like us. Head down. 8 hours. Morning. That also seems obvious. And that is also wrong. For most of human history, sleep was probably not one solid block. It was broken into 2 parts. First sleep, then waking, then second sleep. This sounds strange only because the modern world trained us to think differently. Imagine an ancient family near a dying fire. The night is deep. The first stories are over. The youngest children are asleep. The old ones lie close to the heat. Someone feeds the embers. Someone listens. Then the group sleeps. Not until morning. Just for a while. Maybe 4 hours. Then, in the middle of the night, eyes open. Not in panic. Not because something is wrong. But because the body expects it. The dark is still there. The fire is low. The stars are bright. The world is quiet. This is the hour we forgot. A strange hour? A soft hour? A thinking hour? Your ancestors may have used it for many things. They may have checked the fire. They may have nursed babies. They may have whispered to a partner. They may have remembered dreams. They may have listened for danger. They may have stared into the black and done nothing at all. And that nothing mattered because the brain was not fully in daytime mode. It was not fully dreaming either. It was between worlds, calm, alert, slow, reflective, the kind of state modern people chase through meditation. But ancient humans received it every night, not as a luxury, as part of life. Now think about what we call insomnia. You wake at 2 a.m. You feel your chest tighten. You look at the clock. You think something is broken. You reach for your phone. Blue light hits your eyes. Your brain panics harder. You count how many hours remain. You fight the darkness. But what if that waking is not always a failure? What if part of your body remembers an older rhythm? What if your nervous system is not malfunctioning? What if it is asking for the forgotten hour? The hour between first sleep and second sleep. The hour when ancient humans listened to the night. The hour when the mind sorted fear from memory. The hour when dreams were still fresh. The hour when the tribe was quiet but not gone. Modern life did not erase this gently. It attacked it with light. First came controlled flames, then lamps, then candles, then streets lit by fire, then gas, then electricity, then glowing cities, then glowing bedrooms, then glowing pockets. Each step made night smaller. Each step pushed darkness farther away. And we celebrated. Because light meant safety. Light meant work. Light meant reading. Light meant travel. Light meant less fear. And yes, that was progress. No one wants to be hunted in the dark. No one wants childbirth by weak flame. No one wants winter nights with no heat. But every conquest has a cost. When we conquered the night, we also broke our agreement with it. Your brain still watches light like an ancient signal. To your body, light means day. Light means move. Light means search. Light means stay awake. So when a screen shines into your face at midnight, your brain does not see entertainment. It sees the sun. It delays the chemistry of sleep. It confuses the inner clock. It tells the ancient body that morning has returned. But morning has not returned. You are lying in bed, tired, wired, lit by a fake day. That is the modern trap. We did not simply add light. We removed darkness, and darkness was not empty. Darkness had a job. It cooled the mind. It slowed the tribe. It separated work from memory. It made stars visible. It made fire sacred. It made voices important. It made silence possible. Without darkness, everything becomes one endless day. Work follows us home. Noise follows us to bed. The tribe becomes a screen. The fire becomes a rectangle. The story becomes a scroll. And the ancient nervous system keeps asking a question. Where is the night? Where is the circle? Where is the quiet? Where is the safe darkness? This is why the old night matters. Not because we should abandon modern life. Not because we should sleep in caves. Not because predators made us better. But because our bodies were shaped by rhythms we no longer respect. The ancient human night was not just sleep. It was a survival system. It began with danger. Then fire made a circle. Then stories made a tribe. Then 2 sleeps made space for dreams. Then dawn returned the world. Every night repeated the lesson. You are small. Stay close. Share warmth. Remember danger. Tell the story. Sleep. Wake. Think. Sleep again. Live. That rhythm built the human animal. It built memory. It built imagination. It built culture. It built the strange ability to sit in darkness and see things that are not there. Gods. Ghosts, plans, regrets, tomorrow. And maybe that is the deepest reveal. The night did not just threaten humans, it created them. The dark forced us together. Fire gave us time. Time gave us stories. Stories gave us identity. And the quiet hours gave the mind a mirror. So tonight, when the sun goes down, you will probably flip a switch. The room will fill with light. You may not think twice. But somewhere inside, you is an older human. A human who knows that darkness is not nothing. A human who remembers the fire. A human who wakes in the middle of the night and listens. A human who once looked up and saw the Milky Way as the ceiling of the world. A human who knew the night was dangerous and sacred and full of meaning. We traded that world for control. We traded stars for bulbs. We traded silence for screens. We traded the campfire for the feed. And most of us never noticed the exchange. But your body noticed, it still notices. Every tired morning, every restless night, every 2 a.m. awakening. Every moment you sit in blue light, feeling exhausted but unable to stop. The ancient night is not gone. It is buried under glass, under electricity, under habits, under the tiny artificial suns we carry in our hands. And maybe the next time you wake in the dark, you should not panic first. Maybe you should listen. Maybe your body is not broken. Maybe it is remembering.